The Spock really is an evolution of the Vulcan. And as our Vulcans get better and better, we might often find we're starting to get the board to do a bit of a Spock rotation. So embrace it and let's go for the Spock. We're going to prepare in a very similar way to the Vulcan. We're going to be heading across the wind, or this time we might head a little bit downwind. The focus is slightly different though. We need to make sure the rig is very, very sheeted in to give us time to rotate the board. So we might slide the backhand a little further down the boom, or just make sure it's super sheeted in, especially if we head off the wind. Make sure you sheet in before you bear the board away. Our front hand is still going to be right next to the boom clamp, and as you head into the manoeuvre, make sure your hips are forward of the harness lines. This keeps the rig upright and helps you rotate round the sail so the rig never ends up behind you. So sink your weight low and it's time for the pop. Remember, the pop is a transfer from your back foot onto your front foot. So we squeeze in with the backhand, sheeting in that little bit of extra power as we go from our back foot onto our front foot and pop the board. We drive as much weight down through the front hand as possible, and our head moves sharply from one shoulder to the other. To get maximum rotation out the board, pull your back foot into your bum as much as possible. And as it comes round, we're actually going to drive through this back leg to keep the board sliding. As your hands move around onto the rig, get maximum extension so the distance between your back foot and your front hand are as big as possible. The more your hand works down the boom, the more stable the manoeuvre will be. As your other hand clamps on the boom, don't push on it. Keep it tucked in, and this will make the rig as neutral as possible. The board will keep sliding and keep the extension through the back leg and the front arm. As we come round to the exit, look towards where you want to go, release the rig and go straight into that rig flip. That way we'll go into a Spock and not make it a Spock 540.